If you have a Leo, sun, moon, or rising sign, this reading is for you. This is for the month of March, eclipse season, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, so many things. Leo, welcome to the Sacred Gray. My name is Astrid. I'm a psychic oracle and mentor. In the month of March, you have something going on that it's like what was once very comfortable and familiar to you, there's an activation of something that it really requires you to slow down. Okay, so the cards I have here, these are from the Green Glyphs Oracle. Rooster, runic dice, mantle, and snail. And then I pulled a couple from Poesis just because I just wanted a little bit more. Wound, harvest, and then noise. So like I said, like there's something that, you know, with the rooster, I think that you are a very stable role in your environment, in your community, for your family, you know, however that resonates for you. But all of a sudden in this month of March, we have this influx of like there's something that stimulates a wound that requires you to slow down. And one of the things that I heard when I was getting ready for this reading is we'll get there when we get there. The card that just popped out is test. Okay, we'll get there when we get there. Let me get a little bit more. Month of March. Okay, nurture for Leo. Oh, okay. Nurture, soften, and heal. Okay, with change at the bottom. We'll take all of those. Yeah, you are going to find yourself, you know, in the same, I'm hearing the same old role, the same old thing, the same old game that now has a spicy new spin on it. This need to kind of recoup, possibly, right? This need to maybe address something that is less than comfortable, that, you know, you don't really have a choice but to slow down. I know you guys can't see the cards in front of me. I need to get a second camera body to have an overhead view. If you want to become a financial supporter to my mission, you are welcome to. I have links in the bio or links in the description below where you can send a tip or a donation so that I can get that second camera body and you guys can see what's going on down here because it's really pretty. I think it's pretty. Let's get a little bit more for you, Leo. Ooh, and then transform was under change. We're going to take that too. I can't help but notice that transform was under change. Yeah, this is a big month for you. You know, we've got eclipse season is doors opening and doors closing. You know, eclipse season is a time where we see a lot of changes taking place that maybe were less than anticipated, but very like necessary. They propel us, right? And so what I always say with eclipse season is like, if you are, you know, if a door is closing and you're attached to that door, if you don't like allow that door to just close, then you won't, like if you spend too much time grieving that door, then you won't have the scope of vision that's necessary to see the door that's opening, right? So there's a portal available during eclipse season that you can jump through that, you know, it's all meant to propel you on your path. But if you don't see it that way, then you might miss your chance. So, okay, Leo, month of March, 5 of Cups, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, 4 of Cups, 7 of Swords. So I see you in a place where it would be very easy for you to look upon the situation with eyes that are less than generous, to look upon a situation with uncertainty, with clouded vision, even though you know damn well that you are powerful, that you have fantastic vision, that you have fantastic abilities is what I'm hearing. There's something that you might want to, Spirit is saying, cheat yourself out of. That's interesting. Hang on. That's interesting. So, okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, I'm just taking note. I have the 4 of Wands. So it's like, and then harvest here. So everything is happening really in your favor, but there's something that I'm hearing like something amiss, right? And it could be that wound is a little old. Yeah. And then see the sun too. it could be that that wound is a little old, but you know what else I'm hearing? That you can see the good in everything. You can see the harvest in anything, right? So like you have this optimistic view, and that's you as the high priestess, but this thing that takes place that maybe activates this old wound or brings up something, maybe you've got, you know, a trigger or something that takes place, you're being asked not to like throttle your vision, right? Not to throttle your kind of feverish optimism, you know, your ability to see the good, to see the joy, to see the harvest in any situation. Let's get something for the blessing of this month and eclipse season. What is Leo's blessing that's coming in for eclipse season? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, an opportunity to capitalize. We've got 2 aces out already. Okay, one more. Spirit is saying there's one more. The Fool here. 3 of these cards are on their faces. Okay, so we've got the Emperor, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Wow, this is so positive. This is a true like blessing pull. Sorry, I ran out of space on my memory card, which is really weird. But okay. So really a true blessing like pull for you, Leo, in the month of March and eclipse season. Like this is kind of wild. This is a stabilizing of not only your path, you know, what you currently have as a foundation, but also an opportunity to create new stability with the Fool there. There's, you know, but I think that maybe the creation of something new and the fostering of something new is what kind of creates this energy of maybe looking at the challenge of it, right? And so this is why you're being asked to take it slow so that you can truly see that. But I'm also feeling like it's not going to be hard for you to peel that back. It's only going to take a moment for you to really see what this blessing is, right? And a moment, you know, a moment could be a week, right? A moment could be, you know, we're talking about the entire month here. So that moment where you have to kind of make adjustments so that you can see the truth of the matter, however long that takes, you want to give yourself that space to process. I'm hearing what you have to say, what you have to communicate, the changes that you have to make in order to say those things possibly, or the things that you have to say in order to make certain changes, right? Take it how it resonates and you'll see how it unfolds. But there's something here with the Ace of Swords too and the Rooster, right? This is something that you're sharing with the people in your life. It is a way that you are communicating to the people in your life, potentially about this new beginning or about this kind of new source of harvest or something like this. Let's get a hexagram for you, Leo. Oh, all right. 37. Hexagram 37. Hexagram 37, the clan. Above wind, below fire. Wind arises from fire. Words have power. Wind above fire symbolizes the words that arise in the heat of human interaction. When each person in the family or clan respects every other member, the fires of union are fed. Words are not just empty air that is blown around for no purpose or to overwhelm. The clan is sustained by the fire at its heart, which must not be blown out. That, I mean, yeah, dude, like this is, wow, that is very much the message that I've received thus far, right? Is it not? Like it is something that you are communicating to, you know, the people around you, where, you know, and it could be too, oh, you know what? And that also puts some of this into perspective as well, where it's like, in regards to, you know, what I was saying about you potentially being cheated out of, like a perspective or the harnessing of this blessing that is abundant. I think it's maybe the reactions of the people in said clan, right? That are, you know, it's easy for you to dwell on what the people around you maybe take from situations or what they choose to focus on. And so you have to kind of slow down and be decisive about the perspective that you're taking so that you can communicate it better. Some of you guys might be content creators or leaders of some kind of community, right? That's definitely the vibe here. And there's more. I'm hearing there's more for you. There's more for you to offer. Thank you, Spirit. So there really is an opportunity for you to alchemize this challenge that you're going to face here in the month of March. Let's get something for what you don't see, an unseen challenge or obstacle. What is the unseen challenge or obstacle that Leo will face here? Tell me more about this obstacle. The World and the Wheel of Fortune, both coming out on their faces. Okay, Judgment and the Hermit, with the Knight of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so this makes sense. So it's like you're processing a lot of this in solitude. Right? This is the need to pull back. This is the need to slow down. And so your, Judgment is baptism by fire. So your processing of this change is happening in private, in solitude. And so there's this desire to kind of leap at an opportunity or leap at whatever it is that you want to declare, is the word that Spirit is giving me, or communicate to the people around you, your family, your loved ones, your partner, perhaps. But you are kind of going to find yourself in a place where if you do that, and you'll know it in your heart, you'll be able to feel it in your heart center, that if you do that, the messages will not come through with the intention or clarity that you have in that heart space. Like if you move from a place that is, you haven't like primed yourself, is what I'm hearing, then it won't, then that transformation, that change, that new chapter that you're opening, you won't be able to do it in a way that I guess is just like pleasant, right? As finding yourself in like a bit of a leadership role here, you're opening a chapter not just for you, but for the people around you. So if you don't take the time to soften to whatever this trigger is, if you don't take the time to kind of go inward and process on your own, which might be an intense experience, so you might find resistance to that, right? That's why this message is coming through. Then I think that Spirit is kind of cautioning you to the increased difficulty if you don't take that extra step, right? Let's get a little bit more here. What else is available for Leo to know about the month of March? Open. Yeah. And this might take a perspective shift. And that perspective shift, I'm hearing, can only happen in silence. Can only happen in that solitude, in that place of where the Hermit is. And the Hermit, something that I like to highlight about the Hermit card is there's a star in that lantern. So the Hermit is not just like spending time in solitude or spending time in that space without focus. Like the Hermit he is inward on a very focused path, right? The star is his guide, his purpose, his focus, his higher kind of karmic path or calling, which may be unknown to him at the time, whenever he kind of goes on that journey of the Hermit. He might not be certain of what exactly that star is, but that is exactly the point. Maybe, to figure out where it's leading him, to figure out where it's going, right? Where is that lantern shining? Okay, so we have shadow. Yeah. So shadow, there's definitely, and that's that wound that came out earlier. Shadow, surrender. One more. And support with birth at the bottom of the deck. Damn, Leo, like this is big. This is big. And I actually feel called to, there's one more deck that I actually have not used for any of these readings that I feel called to pull out for you. It's the Archeo. Excuse me. It's really not ladylike. I had some coffee. I think that you are also, I think another message that I see here and that I can really feel coming through is understanding that whatever wound arises for you, and this feels, I want you to take a moment with this, Leo. Whatever wound arises for you or whatever trigger you find activated during this month of March, during eclipse season, can serve you, right? There's that like wound is a window. Spirit is kind of bringing this blanket of like serious energy to this. Like the wound is a window. So you can experience a trigger or experience the activation of a wound, and you can react to it, but you're being asked to respond to it, to take the time to kind of calculate your response, to process what comes up and find support in whatever that wound is, whatever that lesson was for you, right? Okay, yes, the observer. Oh my God. One more. Spirit has one more for you. Hang on. Okay. So the observer and the poet, yes. These are things that you can harness to help you really alchemize that wound and really find the window, right? That's available for you in that space, in that triggered experience where you can make something that, and again, you know, the poet with your communication, like, oh my God, like you might really find that the way that you communicate this thing is actually very like, you can be more eloquent if you sit with it. You can be more eloquent if you pick it apart. You can be more like powerful in your communication, and your like the movement that you stir with your words will be more impactful if you sit with it for a minute, which again, you might have resistance towards. So Leo, for the month of March, you are really being asked to like hunker down and anchor in when that wound comes up, when that trigger comes up, because there is so much to gain from it. You can create something from it that not only kind of like feeds this new beginning or this new opportunity that I see for you here, but I mean, I think you can capitalize on it. Like really, I think you can capitalize on this. But you have to spend the time with it, right? And you get out what you put in, is what Spirit is saying. You get out what you put in, full body chills. So you want to make sure that what you're putting in, you want to put your ass behind it, you know? Wow, Leo, that is so cool. That's like probably, I mean, that's a cool reading, man. Like I'm really excited for you. I would love to hear from you. You can reach out. My email is in the description box. There's more information down there as well. And I wish you the best of luck. Please subscribe. Please like, comment, share the video. These are all free ways to support a growing channel. I love you so much. Thank you for being here.